Hello and welcome to Folio Weekly Magazine. I'm Rob Nicholson. Today, my guest is Donna Fuchs, Executive Director of NFAN, Northeast Florida AIDS Network. And part of NFAN is Dining Out for Life, which is coming up this month, April the 27th. That's a Thursday night. Donna, welcome. It's great to have you here.
Thank you, Rob, for having me.
Now, you've been with NFAN for 16 years, and they've been around for 30 years, I think. And Dining Out for Life has been going on for 18 years. So you seem to know what you're doing.
Well, I've been with as the executive director for 16 years, but my total time at NFAN is 25 years.
Oh, wow.
I started out as a volunteer in 1998 when I found out that my brother was HIV positive, and I didn't know how to help my family. And I started as a volunteer at NFAN, and from there on up, I went to accounts payable and director of operations to executive director. And we've been doing Dining Out for Life for 18 years.
Now, talk a little bit about it, if you don't mind, and keep in mind that while we're discussing it, we're talking about NFAN, but we're also talking about Dining Out for Life, which helps the food pantry. But the programs at NFAN have grown exponentially. You're now doing cooking classes, nutrition classes, a farm. Talk about what's going on.
Right. I love our new nutrition program. It's called the Positive Nutrition Program, and we do have cooking classes. Many of those that we serve rely on food pantries for food, and it's not always the healthiest or the most variety, but it is food and it sustains life, which is what it's supposed to do. So some of our classes are geared towards how do you make a healthier meal when you get food from a food pantry, and it's not necessarily maybe the things you like, or how do you make them healthier and go longer? We also gear some of our classes towards diabetes or weight loss. So we worked 10 years to get that program up off the ground and running, and we've had it for about 2 years now. It's wildly successful. All the classes are filled, and they not only learn how to cook a healthy meal, they learn how to make substitutions with healthier products, and then they leave that day with all the ingredients they need to recreate that meal. And we found that many of them do that, and they share it with their friends and family. And so that education just trickles down to them also. And then we have classes that are out on the farm where we're teaching people, you don't have to have an acre of land to grow your own food or herbs, some vegetables. So just out of everyday items, buckets and other cans and stuff, to grow herbs and small vegetables on your patio so that there's something always fresh there. And we work with Down to Earth Farm, Brian Lipinski, a former NFAN employee, on that project.
That's amazing. What strikes me is, and people may not realize, the need for this is unbelievable, because the nutrition part of it, and you gear it towards people who are taking medication to, I guess it doesn't wipe out AIDS or HIV, but it controls it. That's a part of what these classes are for.
Oh, yes, it is. They do take a lot of medications, not like in the past where there were, 20, 25 pills, but they still take medication every day. Many of them need to be taken with food. And some food items you have to avoid when you take certain medications. Even mine, I have to avoid certain things. So all of it works together to keep our community safe. And if everybody is healthy in the community, it spreads out. If you have one group that is chronically ill, it will spread to the rest of the community. So we have to keep everybody healthy. And that's what we're trying to do here. Is good nutrition is the foundation of good health. And that's what we're teaching here.
When the people that you're helping didn't just find out that they had HIV or AIDS last week, they've had it for 20 and 30 years. I don't know that NFAN will ever be able to go away.
Probably not. Of course, we've always felt our goal is to go out of business because HIV doesn't exist anymore. But that's probably never going to be the case. We would hope so. But it's always going to be around in some amount. But no, we have a lot of long-term survivors, 10, 15, 20, and you're right, 25 years. Some of the people that I met on my first day of employment, I still know, and they're still with us. But yes, there are many, many long-term survivors. It's because of the advances in medication and it's also promoting good, healthy lifestyle.
Now, not to be a downer, but AIDS is not it. I don't want to say we've got a problem in Florida. I feel like here at Folio, we get reports from various agencies and organizations that AIDS is a lot more with us than we think. Would you agree?
I would agree. Yes, yes, because it's not in the news anymore, and no, we don't have um, as many deaths or as frequent deaths that we used to, but it is still in our community. It is still in Florida, and it is still in large numbers.
Well, that's where Dining Out for Life hopefully comes in. Dining Out for Life, if you could talk about it, it goes to the pantry, but the pantry is, I'll let you explain.
Okay. Well, Dining Out for Life is twofold. It's to raise money for our food pantry that we try and provide good, healthy food to those living with HIV and AIDS in our community. But there's also the education component where we want to educate the community about HIV. You know, that you're right, it's still here. We still want to tell you about it and, you know, the advances that we've made. But the education component is so important. There are not as frequently, but there are still people that are afraid to be around anybody that has HIV, and there is no need to be afraid. So we like educating. We like getting out there and telling people that we're here. We're here to help the people we serve and to help our entire community. So the education and then the raise money for our food pantry, our Mary H. Lewis food pantry.
Now, Dining Out for Life is the way it's structured is on Thursday, the 27th of April, people go out to dinner and then a portion of their bill, and I'm learning, including alcohol, a percentage of that bill will go to Dining Out for Life and to NFAN for the pantry. But some restaurants are donating as much as half of the money that they're taking in. Boy, what a commitment that you get from your restaurants.
We do. We have some fantastic restaurants that are there every year for us, and every year we get new restaurants, and it is just that simple. The restaurants are the ones donating the money. The only thing we ask the community is if you're going to go out to eat that week or that month, please go out on April 27th and go to one of our participating restaurants. It's not going to cost you anything extra. They don't raise the prices or anything. It's the generosity of the restaurant owners, and at least 25% of your bill will be donated to our food pantry. And yes, some are doing 50%. And it's just that simple. Go out and eat on April 27th, and the restaurants are going to make a donation on your behalf because you supported them, they support us, and we'll support the community.
You know, friends of mine and I like to go out together. We make it kind of a get together and an outing together. And then I've noticed other tables in the restaurants that we've been to are also doing the same thing. It's become, I don't want to say a holiday, but it kind of is. It's a holiday. It's a fun way to get together.
It is a fun way to, and we do have that. And then we have businesses and churches that adopt a restaurant, and their congregation or their employees go to that restaurant all day long. And if that restaurant's doing multiple meals, lunch and dinner, they make sure they support that restaurant all day long. So that is how it works. It is a big fun eating out day.
We talked a little bit about your sponsors, and I wanted to show that your spokespeople this year, and I think they have been for a while, are Don Lopez and Derek Odom. Don Lopez won the Best of Jacksonville best anchor person in the market, and so we love her and are excited for her about that. And I have a feeling one of the reasons she won is because she does things like this.
She's a fantastic spokesperson, and she supports so many agencies in the community, and ours is one of them. Dawn is there when we need her, and she'll be out for Dining Out for Life. She goes out that day also for lunch and dinner. I know she takes her children with her. And then there's Derek, who has been our spokesperson. I don't even know how many years, more than 12. And he is everywhere. And he's an ardent supporter of ours, and I can't thank the two of them more. And Dawn certainly deserves that award. She deserves it every time. Oh, excuse me.
Well, it's great. I know them both, and they just are really wonderful people, wonderful, warm people, and what a great team you got together there. Now, for people to get involved, really, it's as easy as Donna said. You just go to the restaurant, order what you want, and then the restaurant takes it from there. The prices do not go up in support of this. So you're not paying any more for something that you would like to do anyway. You could go to diningoutforlife.com and then go to Jacksonville, and that'll give you a listing of all the restaurants that are participating. Is there anything else anybody else should know? Because you don't have to buy tickets to do this. You just go and do it.
Just go to the website and look at the restaurants and pick one and go out there that day and dine out, save a life, do something for your community.
That's just wonderful. Well, I'm looking forward to it. Donna, thanks for taking time out of your day. I know you're
Yes.
busy. And we look forward to seeing you out on the 27th.
All right. Thank you very much, Rob. Dine out.
For Folio Weekly Magazine, I'm Rob Nicholson.